Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual, guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. When Neo stock was falling like a knife, and I kept talking about it when it was the unpopular thing to do, when we only had about 3 YouTubers covering it at that time, I said it's a game. And I said that the analyst tongues will twist in their mouth. What I meant by that is simply the game is this: they pump the stock up, they sell, then they short it down and they make money on the way down again. When they realize that the company is going to be a massive behemoth, just like Amazon, they short it down, they make money on the way down, and then they buy back into it as we've seen, and then they start pumping it back up. But this time it's going to, like I said before, it's going up organically. So what has just happened? Well, exactly as what I've said. HSBC has nearly doubled its price target on NEO's US listed shares, citing the company's sale momentum with the recent launch of the Onvo L90 and the third gen ES8. So the price target was increased by 90.2% to $7.80 from $4.10. Now we know it should be way higher than that, but this is the way they do it. And what's going to happen is, as they see more delivery numbers coming out, they are trying to prepare for that so it doesn't go up too high too fast, and it gives credence to the pension funds, the hedge funds, and others to load the boat before they actually let it fly even faster. So based on Tuesday's close at 750, the new price target implies a slight upside potential of 4% on the stock, when they know it should be way more than that. But again, like I told you guys, this is the way the game is played. And when Wall Street is ready to release this thing in a massive way, that's when we're going to fly. As EV reported on January, the firm had downgraded NEO's rating from buy to hold in the first weeks of 2025. By then, it cut the price target on the stock from $7.20 to $4.50. So this is where they keep shorting it and making their money. Not the firm per se, but their buddies that are associated with the firm, the big boys on Wall Street. Over the past 4 years, HBC has consistently trimmed NEO's price target as the stock price has fallen from its all-time high of $66.99 reached in January 2021. But how did we see that it was a winning business model, but they didn't? How could that be possible when we did not go to school for finance? Well, you see, they saw it as well, but they pretended not to. And like I've always said on this channel, it's the way the game is played. In the past 3 months, the US listed shares of the Shanghai-based EV maker have more than doubled, with 31.1% of it being achieved in the previous 30 days. So imagine those people who were listening to the analyst and sold and panicked in the $3 something, $4 range and did what these analysts were telling them. Now they're scrambling to buy. And this is the way the game is played. It was never meant for the middle class to get a piece of the pie. This is not part of the game. According to HSBC, the jump was driven by the launch of the 3-row L90 from NEO's sub-brand Onvo in late July, plus the large-size ES8 SUV on September 20th. So imagine, as NEO continues to grow into other countries this year and next year, they're going to say, well, we raised the price target due to its growth in other countries. As if they never knew NEO was saying that they're going to grow into these 25 countries. The two models led by NEO's group registration in September, leading the company to a new monthly record for the second consecutive time. The EV maker delivered over 34,749 units across the three brands, with its main marquee representing 13,728. The main marquee, which brings in the bulk of the revenue, while the Onvo sub-brand accounted for 15,246 units. In late September, Onvo reached its 20th thousand L90 delivery. 2 months after deliveries began, it was such a hit, and it still is, bringing recognition to the L60. The Firefly we know has just taken off from the very start. Onvo chief Fei Shen reiterated that the company's plan to produce 15,000 units of its newly launched 3-year-old SUV in October. In total, the group is targeting 150,000 units delivered in the last 3 months of the year. With the F3 factory completed, we will get that. With the recently launched Envo L90 and flagship Neo ES8 expected to drive most of the deliveries. For the recently launched ES8, management announced plans to produce 40,000 units this year, warning that a further production capacity boost would be achievable. That target was surpassed in just 9 minutes after the orders opened at the end of the launch event. According to the company website, new orders from September 21 is so much in demand that they're barely able to keep up. And people are waiting for them. So in late September, the company started using 100 kilowatt-hour battery packs to accelerate deliveries of its newly launched 3rd Gen ES8, a move that will temporarily constrain supply at its battery swap station. Investors also pointed to Neo's $1.16 billion equity offering to help further expand into other countries for research and development, something that the shorts and the analysts were saying in the West was cash burn. Now, Neo has put the horse ahead of the carriage, where everyone now is fighting with supply constraints. We are making a lot of it in-house, something the analysts say will cash burn. We're making our own chips that we're getting ready to sell to our partnerships because China told them you're not allowed to buy that NVIDIA chip. We put the horse before the carriage. I hope you guys found this video yet again to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and hype it. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the games are played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.